What up, what up, what up? Your man Montana Black here. Another episode of Who Got Lyrics, J-Rag in the building. Y'all already know what it is, man. The only two MCs in Philadelphia that signed themselves to their own labels. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anybody else that did that, but I'm going to start off with that. But first and foremost, what's up, young boy? Jake Paul fight.
Jake, did you watch it? You saw some of it?
I saw some of it. Dude.
So, did you, going into it, did you think he had a shot at all?
No.
No.
No, the reach, the height.
Yeah, me and my son would go back and forth about it because he's a Jake Paul's going to win.
No. First of all, I think all his fights are staged.
Well, I don't think so. They can't be. I mean, because they're sanctioned fights, and now you're talking jail time, and because of the sports betting, and you see what happened with these basketball players now. I mean, that shit eventually catches up to you.
I'm not going to hold you, bro. A lot of sports, to me...
Nothing's out of the question, though.
Yeah. Like I'm talking about football. I'm talking about basketball.
Look at the referees.
Yeah, a lot of it, to me, is a show. It's a show.
Well, it's definitely a show.
So Jake Paul... and what was this guy's name that he was fighting?
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua.
Former two-time heavyweight champ. Finally had size on him. I don't know if the face-off when they were looking, he was looking down at him. I think it's the first time Jake ever saw anybody looking down at him.
Bro, it looked crazy.
It looked crazy, size-wise.
It looked crazy.
So it's a heavyweight or a super heavyweight, basically fighting what naturally he's a cruiserweight.
Which one?
He's a cruiserweight, which is basically
Jake Paul is?
Yeah, so he's basically a light heavyweight.
Let's bring this up. You good?
Yeah, he's a light heavyweight.
Okay.
So they do have like a 30, 40-pound difference, walking around. Anthony Joshua's probably about 240, 250. Jake Paul's right around 190 to 205, naturally.
Okay.
But it was a good fight.
Who did you have?
Joshua.
From the rip?
From the rip. He's one of the best fighters out right now.
I never heard of him prior to this fight.
No, I'd like to see him fight probably Tyson Fury next. Anthony Joshua, I mean.
Okay.
I'd like to see Jake Paul fight. Actually, I'd rather see him go to cruiserweight because I want to see him do well.
So you want to see him come down?
I want to see him come down and fight his natural weight because he's put a lot of people on, so I don't want to see him fail. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people want to see him get knocked out, but...
Listen, me personally, it's in any fight, right? I want the victor to come out victorious, right? So if that fight was staged, right, and Jake Paul could actually beat Anthony Joshua, right? I would rather Jake Paul win.
Yeah.
Now, from what I'm seeing and gathering from social media, right, it looks like there's speculation of it being
staged.
Like it was supposed and Joshua went off script. Like Jake Paul was supposed to knock
him out. No, he was supposed to go a certain amount of rounds.
And then when I look back at that Mike Tyson fight, there's no way Mike should have lost that fight.
Okay.
Did you think so?
In his prime, hell no. But Mike was 60. I think Mike was holding back a little bit, and I think that Jake was holding because I don't think either one of them really wanted to hurt each other. I think that fight was more to give credibility and
to who?
Put on a show and make some money to Jake.
Okay.
Now I know Mike took the L on his record, and
right.
I think at this stage of his life he don't give a shit about that.
Well,
I think he just wanted the money.
He absolutely don't.
And wanted to help Jake out because they're friends.
In real life.
In real life. So I think that's what that was. The nostalgic purposes, I was like, Mike's gonna go in there, look good, and I wanted to see him knock him out. I'm not gonna lie.
No. See, a Mike Tyson knockout comes very quickly.
First couple rounds. I think once he got first couple rounds, you could see Mike was gassed, and Jake was gassed. And that's the problem Jake had with this current fight with Joshua, which I give him credit. He lasted 6 rounds with one of the best fighters. So you can't knock the fact that he can fight. I think he can box.
For sure.
A lot of people aren't giving him.
He's got the skill set, and I think when it comes to fighting, it's more than having talent. It's bigger than talent. Right? Having that skill set, that means you have the discipline.
And you got to have the balls to get in there. A 50-pound difference?
First and foremost, right? So I'm going to tell you, like, with me, weight, never mattered. Because just because someone has the weight don't mean they know how to use it.
No, not at all. But when two people know how to use it, that's when the weight makes a difference.
That's when it makes a difference.
Yeah, because you could be 300-pound fucking
and still can't throw it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Talking about music and talking about sports sounds so gay. Like you gotta say shit.
Everything is a pausable moment.
Everything is a pausable moment.
If you had to say pause or hold it up after every sentence, it would be all day.
It's majority in music and sports.
Yeah, because there's wild shit that.
There's wild shit that you have to. I remember being in the studio and I had a piece of equipment called the Big Knob. I hated referencing this piece of fucking equipment, bro. I hated it because everybody in the studio is immature.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of 5-year-olds in the studio.
But even if you try to avoid it, it makes it fucking worse.
If you try to avoid
you're like,
it,
can you hit that thing over there?
Right.
You just hit that, touch that. I mean, it all sounds crazy. So you
All
might as well
sounds
just fucking
crazy.
say it.
You know what I'm saying?
You might as well just say it.
You got to know how to throw your weight.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to say, but this was never our mindset before.
No, I just say it, man. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit either.
Yeah,
I really don't. I say whatever it is that I want to say. And you're gonna take it however you're gonna take it.
If it's a pause moment, then shit, I got one.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I do?
Bro, we gotta talk about this Nicki Minaj situation.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What is your take on the Nicki Minaj and the with Kirk's wife?
Turning Point USA.
And the Turning Point USA.
So I have to tread lightly, probably.
Why?
Well, no, I mean, because somebody will turn what I say and make it sound like I'm a MAGA.
I mean, they listen.
But
can they?
No, listen. There's things that I like about everybody and dislike about everybody. So.
All right. So the whole thing about the MAGA statement to me, right? The whole "Make America Great Again." If anybody,
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
What is that
supposed
to mean?
We could always make America better again.
Not again, because there was
make it
no
better
again.
than what it is.
Make America better should have been a statement.
See, that could have, yeah.
Not the again part is what.
Well,
where was it great?
When was it great to the point you want to go back to?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Again.
But so Nicki, wasn't she like an avid
So she's always been fuddy-duddy to me.
Proponent to Trump? Wasn't she against everything?
Not even Trump. Like she is everything that Kirk spoke against, as far as being role models to young black women, or to any woman.
Yeah, because they went heavy on the Cardi B shit. With her doing what she did for Kamala. So
right.
Isn't Nicki kind of in that same artist category?
So
roughly,
artists, right? Artists are supposed to see the fork in the road and drive through it. I don't think they should be on either side. Like I don't. First of all, you have Republicans and you have Democrats, right? When we start talking about politics and music, you have to realize these are both wings on the same bird.
Yeah.
First of all, whether it's Republican or Democrat, they're the right side and left side wings on the same bird. So what are we really talking about?
Yeah, and the way they go at it is crazy.
Yeah, like they make it seem like they're against each other, but this is a show.
Oh, it's a show.
This is when it comes to politics, it's a show. They're friends. They're all friends.
Maybe not this particular time, because it seems like they're really.
Now the thing about Trump,
but he used to finance all of these people that are going against him now. So
Trump was never a racist until he ran for president.
No, I agree with that.
I mean, hip hop.
Everybody had Trump quotes or Trump.
Everybody had Trump quotes, Trump bars, getting money like Trump. I met the Trump internationally. Asked for me. What are we talking about? So now you run for president, right? And the Republicans and the Democrats turn on Trump.
Yeah, because he was going to make changes they didn't want him to make.
And he came out and stated
now he says,
that I know that the system is rigged. And how do I know? Because I use it.
Because I use it. I use it.
Right. So
and all of these people have asked me for money.
to the lobby, to be a lobbyist.
Yeah.
Trump stated that he uses the system. That's how he knows it's rigged. And he uses it on the side to win. So if that makes you...
And so does everybody else.
Everybody.
That has criticized him for it. They've all done it.
That's just like...
So it's...
I can't criticize a rapper for having gun bars. Because I've done it.
I've slipped them in.
Right?
You've slipped them in.
Right.
They probably all have slipped them in.
I can't criticize a rapper for being a drug dealer. Or talking about being a drug dealer. I've done it. Right? But what I can do is change my perspective to try to move the game forward. Out. So a lot of people are screaming "fuck the streets."
Yeah,
Have you seen
21 Savage?
Well, 21 Savage is not even street to me.
No, but didn't he start that because his album?
His album's called "Fuck the Streets"?
I believe so, and I could be wrong, but I thought that's what started that.
I don't know if his album is called "Fuck the Streets." I know there's a whole "Fuck the Streets" movement that's going on. I know the guy D1, right? So my thing is, you know, when you're trying to implement another plan, right? When you're trying to, like, you was a street rapper turned Christian rapper, the guy D1.
Okay, all right.
So now you want to impose your ideology or thought process on the world. You might as well go knocking door to door.
Yeah, it's like the...
So you can use hip hop to do it, right? Because hip hop is a teaching tool, in my opinion.
It's what it's been.
It's what it's like. You can learn to sell drugs with hip hop. You can learn how to survive in jail with hip hop. You can learn how to survive in the street with hip hop.
How to get money, how to spend money.
How to lose money, spend money. Yeah, you can learn all that from hip hop. But what if we taught about capital gains? What if we taught about sweat equity? What if we taught about the definition of the word perpetuity inside of the music, so that when you go out and you sign these contracts, right? When the young artists get these contracts, they know what they're signing and know what they're reading.
I think the only one that has touched that lane in hip hop is Jay-Z. I remember with the art and how to do business, but then they knocked him for it. They were like, "What the hell is he talking about? Talking about art and all this shit."
On the 444 album.
Exactly.
Yes, the 444. A lot of people say that's one of his worst albums.
I like it.
That album was phenomenal.
I like the album. I enjoy it. I actually still listen to it sometimes.
Bro, now I'm not gonna hold you. I've never bought a Jay-Z album.
No.
I have never bought a Jay-Z album.
I have.
I love what he does. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z came in the game sounding like the Foosh niggas. Jiggity J, jiggity A, jiggity
Oh, no, yeah.
Until he started rapping with guys from Philly. Then his whole swag changed up.
Even on Reasonable Doubt, he was doing it a little bit.
I don't know if I remember.
Not too much, though. But every once you would hear the him transitioning to the, by volume 2.
Yeah.
He was basically who he is now.
All right, so
as far as delivery and cadence and...
I don't mean to get too far off track, right? Nicki Minaj...
Yeah, we did kind of go off.
...is a hip-hop... Do you consider her hip-hop, first of all?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hip-hop, not rap.
Oh, all right. We're going to...
Yeah, we're going to... It's a civil war.
Rap.
Nicki Minaj is a rap artist. She's a rapper.
Rap music.
She makes rap music.
Popular rap music.
When you're under contract...
Because she's had some hits that crossed into...
I'm going to say this much. Pop. When you're under contract to make music, you're a rapper. Because you have to make a company quota.
Yeah, all right. See, but I always classified myself as hip-hop music.
You're a hip-hop artist because no one is telling you what to make. You can design your own voice. When you're a rap artist, you are... Somebody can tell you, nah, I don't want to put that on your album. I don't want that on your album.
Okay, see, that's where I... Now, they could have. But
who could tell you that?
No, I meant if I would have had locked myself into putting out multiple albums with, let's just say, any of them, we would have been fighting back and forth about it. Like, I wouldn't have just been like,
so
okay,
you would have gave pushback.
Whatever.
You would have gave pushback.
Right.
So let's just use the Nas Nigga album, for example. He couldn't name it that. He couldn't name it the Nigga album. So I'm trying to think of what did he wind up calling the album, Untitled, or something like that. But it's the nigga album.
Yeah, is that the one with one mic on it? I forget.
Is one mic on that album? No.
That wasn't that album.
That wasn't that album.
I forget which one was Untitled.
That album was a critically acclaimed album, but it got no light. It didn't get, like, to me, it was up there with the 444 album, right? Now, the reason why I bring up Nas, because I want to make a statement about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj hasn't made an album that has dealt with any social issues ever. Or I don't think she has a record that I have ever heard that has defined a narrative in society.
No. Hers are pretty much entertain, just bars,
for entertainment purpose only.
I don't think she's done any kind of political statements, nothing to fall off the ledge on.
No,
one way or the other, liberal or conservative.
But it's the same thing between Biggie and Pac. Pac had records that dealt with social issues.
Even
Biggie
more so than Biggie.
Biggie
usually
now Big.
His was more street.
It was
story,
and he related to those in the struggle. Like when he said, "I know how it feels to wake up fucked up, pocket broke as hell, I never rocked a cell." He was dealing with a social issue that was unprecedented in the media, right? Because who else could even say something like that? Like Nas could, but you know what? It's kind of like you have to be at the bottom to feel that. You have to be at the bottom to know where Biggie was coming from. So I don't even think Pac could have started a song like that, because Pac was well off into his career
did all right.
and successful
he was
already.
Middle class and like he wasn't.
Well, I think Pac was higher than middle class.
You think so?
Because there's really no middle class anymore.
All right, but I'm talking about then. We're talking about the 90s.
Okay.
Or 80s, whenever he grew up, honestly. Yeah, we're talking about.
So growing up in the 80s, that definitely wasn't middle class.
No, I think he would have been on the lower end, but they weren't broke. They weren't living.
No, absolutely not. You went to an art school.
I was going to say he was in art school. He was enrolled in programs and, performance programs and all that stuff, and they had to pay for it.
Yeah, there was no.
His mom was
there was no art schools there was art schools in my neighborhood, but there wasn't no chance that we was going to any art schools. So we were on the lower end. Pac was probably middle class, like you said. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, Nicki Minaj came up, I'ma say middle class.
Probably, because she's from
She's from the Bronx or?
The Bronx. But what island is she from originally? Before they moved.
She's Trini.
Okay.
She's Trini, I believe. But I don't know what her.
Well, she grew up basically from a kid in New York, so.
Facts.
Say that.
Facts. At the same time, I think that a lot of rap artists, I don't think you could be actually. I don't know any rap artists in the industry that actually came up out of the gutter other than KRS-One, who was homeless at one point.
I'm sure there's other artists.
Like, if you can think of someone.
Well, yeah, even Jay-Z was from the projects.
Jay-Z was from the projects, but he was getting to $1.
I mean, they still had a roof over their head. All right, so
yeah, he got to $1. Like Bleak always talked about how lavish Jay-Z's bedroom was in the projects. You didn't even know you was in the projects when you walked into his room.
Yeah, all right.
Right, so he got to it, regardless of how he got to $1. Like, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, when you from the bottom, but without being financially literate, know how to get to some money to make your situation more comfortable, right? A lot of us, I'm not talking about having lemonade stands.
Yeah.
I'm talking about having to get out here, boots to the concrete, and be out before the sun up. You know what I'm saying? To catch the fiends or whatever. If you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
I don't think Nicki ever has experienced anything like that.
No, you probably not. I mean, and if she did, she don't say it, so how we wouldn't know, right?
No.
But how do you feel about her if it is a change of stance? Because they say she didn't always feel this way.
Well, she really didn't voice her.
That's
her
what
stance.
That's what was my thing. I was like, how would you know? I never heard her say a thing about politics. So how do you know if she was super liberal or
somebody said
conservative?
something? There was a clip of her saying something in regards to on Trump's defense.
In the before this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I didn't see that clip, so I don't know. But
where she didn't make it clear where she stood in this clip, right? But she was saying she was defending Trump's politics.
All right.
So I think that's where. And was Kirk a Trump fan or no? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
He was a Trump supporter, right?
He was a Trump supporter, yeah.
Okay. I mean, the entire hip hop community was Trump supporters.
They were at one point. Everyone. Until he ran for president, and I feel like the left hammered it in that they have to
and that's how
not like him.
Demoralized him and made him seem like the bad guy. Like, no question, he's an asshole.
Oh, no, yeah. Like, I wouldn't invite him over for Sunday dinner and shit.
Right. There's no question that Trump is an asshole.
Nah, do I agree with some of the stuff he's doing? Of course. And I don't see how I think that a lot of the people that are pushing back do also, but they just can't say it.
Why?
Because they've already gone off the fucking ledge, you know.
In the other direction.
Going hard against them. That, like, how would it look now if they turn just like they're criticizing Nicki?
So, and that's why I think Puff is.
But everybody wants the streets safe. Everybody wants, you know.
Here's my take on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is there black on black crime? Absolutely.
Of course. I mean, there's white on white crime too, but there's black on black crime.
The white on white crime, though, right, that does not get talked about. And it's bigger money. It's bigger money when you're talking about insurance policies, when you're talking about giving women C-sections for $8,000 more for a child delivery, right? Or things like it's not talked about because there's so much more money. When I think about crimes in the hood, it's pennies. It's pennies. Now, I've been in corporate America. I've seen the checks. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk
insurance
about
scams, robbing people's life and do it.
Yes.
Like, it's just, yeah, it's a
elderly abuse.
That shit is, yeah, and that's vicious, man.
That is vicious. I'm talking about knowing your parents are going to get this huge insurance check and you put them in this nursing home and let them sit there and rot until you can collect the bread.
Yeah.
We not, you know, and the thing, I think Simba has said this about the black communities. We put the knowledge in the nursing homes. Like, those kids are supposed to be near those older folks so they can give them the game, so that they can move properly.
That's how you pass on knowledge.
That's how you pass on the knowledge.
Well, school is great.
You don't
get the most from, like, experience
the elderly
and passed on from somebody who has gone through it.
Has been through it, has lived through it, and you know. So recently, my homegirl Nina.
I always tell my son.
You seen the interview with Nina on the Untold?
No.
Who runs that anyway? Who does that interview, Untold interviews?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. So Nina spoke about interracial relationships.
Okay.
What's your take on interracial relationships?
I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't. That Dr. Umar drives me crazy with that shit.
Let me tell you something.
He really does.
Let me tell you something.
Because I've dated black women, Spanish women, Italian women, white women, German women. I mean,
bro,
it's
I'm
whatever.
International.
It's whatever.
I'm international, like Filipino, Asian,
yeah, whoever I build a connection with. So I don't see anything wrong with it.
So here's my thing, right? You're religious because a lot of he's whatever Pan-Africanism is. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what the true definition of it is. Dr. Umar kills me with his snow bunny jumping and.
What the fuck is Pan-Africanism? Because
is it a way for him to say
Africa comes from Cyprius Africanus, who was European. and conquered Africa and renamed it from Kemet to Africa.
Yeah.
So what is so you taking on? Even Europe was named after a black woman, which is Europa. Right? So what are we really talking about in regards to the color of a container? Or is it the content that matters? So when you take a stance like that, in my opinion, right, I would never tell somebody don't go here and don't do this, regardless of what the ancestral history is, right? Because there were, I'm not excusing anything that happened over those 400 years, right?
No.
But our history goes back further than that. And if that's where you want to start your history from, then you are at a serious loss.
Yeah, because there's been slavery since the Viking days, since the African. I mean, there's so many different.
Not
avenues.
even just slavery. I'm talking about genetic mapping, right?
Yeah.
So having a non-series DNA, which I have a non-series DNA, when most beings on this planet only have 6, is the highest.
Okay.
Right. So
I'm not familiar with that exactly. Like what?
It goes deeper than what you can see on the outside, right? When we're talking about DNA mapping, the chances of being genius, right?
All right.
This is why the pyramids, how they was built, haven't been figured out yet.
I still have no clue.
No one does.
I think about that shit all the time. Like, how? If they can't do the shit
and
now,
they're aligned with stars.
how could they do it then? If we can't still figure it,
Because the genetic mapping that allows genius, right?
Yeah.
It is more probability in a melanated being to be genius, right? You have your Kanye's. Don't get me wrong, because you also have your musical genius on either side, right? Your Dolly Partons, your writers, right? And things of this nature, like. So when it comes to being genius, it's just the probability is higher.
all right.
Right? So it doesn't take away from, the possibility of having Caucasian genius.
Yeah.
So you don't lower your chances by being in an interracial relationship
Okay. So now
to produce a genius.
all right. Yeah. I don't even think that's what he like. Umar specifically, when it comes to the Pan-Africanism.
No, he's
thing.
talking about
He's
bloodline.
specifically talking about bloodline and pure.
Yeah, but isn't that the same thing? What are they called? And why can I think of the name? In jail, the white group of people in jail.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. What the hell is that shit?
Not skinheads.
That's like the derogatory.
Yeah, that's the derogatory way.
The
to
nickname. Hold
Oh
on.
my God, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Google that.
Anyway,
I was gonna say Google it real quick. We could pause this part.
no.
Nation. No.
Yeah, it's something Aryan.
Aryan Brotherhood.
Aryan Brotherhood, right? That's the same philosophy they had. Dr. Umar
Which is fucking
implementing
wrong.
The same idea, like you, and they say a lot of black slang is white slang in reverse. That's what they say.
That's funny as shit.
If you say all right, we say all right. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Alright.
shortening white slang, shortening white language makes it black slang. And it's like Dr. Umar is doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's like reverse.
And then you use words that melanated people don't know, and it sounds smarter. Come on, bro. I'm not beat.
And he talks quick and talks loud.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat at all. Like you can't be slick to a pipeline.
Yeah, no.
You understand what I'm saying? So to take the stance of, not being okay with interracial relationships, I don't care what. When melanated people can define their nationality, then we can have that discussion.
Yeah.
Until then,
And they probably
copying
a lot probably have a
off
mixture
of-
of stuff in them too. Might not even know it.
Maybe, but
Just
I don't suggest doing the 21andMe.
No, because then they got you on file.
Right,
So
I don't suggest none of that.
you know, if you don't know, you don't know.
But if you do, right, like, you know, my mom was black, my dad was black as shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, my thing is this: the content of a person's being will tell you what you need to know. Like, Rag is my man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Yes, sir.
This is my man right here. And Dr. Umar, I can't nobody else tell me anything about this guy. I've been in the trenches with him. I seen how he operate. I seen how he move. I seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the end of it. Ain't never did no snake shit. Now, have I dealt with people of the other persuasion that did snake shit? Absolutely. Am I going to project that onto my man? Absolutely not.
Because that's an individual act. Because I've dealt with multiple colors or races or ages that have did some goofy shit or did some slimy shit. So it's all individual
Everybody
person.
is individual. And people's opinion are individual as well. Dr. Umar, put a fucking sock in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your opinion. You live like that. You live that way. Your daughter don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I'm still waiting for him to open his school.
I'm not even going to talk about his money don't matter, right?
Nah.
The money, whether you get the money for the school or you do the school or whatever you do, that don't matter to me. What matters to me is the bullshit you're spewing out of your mouth to the people trying to get them to follow you somewhere, right? Even Dr. King came to the realization that he was leading his people into a burning building, right? And that was just because of the politics. Like, every great regime comes to an end. And the dollar is imploding, and the bedrock underneath of the nation is eroding.
It's slipping.
It's right. So it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end, and there's going to be chaos. There is going to be chaos out here. And making it worse is not making it better.
Yeah, no. And trying to separate people.
Trying to separate people is not... People are going to need each other, right?
There's
if you got a lawn and you ain't growing food on it, you ain't that rich.
No. And you're going to need somebody else who
If
can
you
help you out
got a
with some
lawn
food.
in front of your house, right? Because this is what those are for. It's a showboating tactic, right? If you got a lawn and you're not growing food, it's because you're saying that you're rich enough that you don't need to grow your own food, right? But if you have a lawn, you're supposed to be growing your own food on it. And we're supposed to be trading those vegetables and fruits and things of that nature. And the color of the container of a person is not going to matter when it comes down to that.
No.
When we get back to that,
you need that apple. Do you give a shit who you're buying it from?
Not, and this
or
right
who you're
here,
trading it with?
This right here is not going to matter no more. When that don't matter no more, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no gold backing it, right? If they don't get the oil, then what's backing it? What's backing it? It's just a piece of paper. They can make it. They can create a bond, send it to the treasury, and create more money at any given second. Those stem checks.
Yeah, they coming?
No, they came.
Oh, them.
Trump
Yeah.
signed them.
I'm saying, you think more are coming?
For what?
They said that there's more coming for that. The money that we've managed to save.
Bro, the deficit
with all the
is
bullshit.
doing nothing but getting bigger.
Yeah,
no.
But he did sign. The stimulus checks came
a
couple times.
Yeah, but people thought that it's called a stimulus check. It wasn't for you.
It was basically to stimulate the economy.
Right.
They knew you were going to spend it.
Exactly.
I'd say 90% of the people spent it. Maybe 10% actually invested it and turned it into something.
Maybe
they
less
knew,
than that.
maybe less.
Maybe
but they knew at least 90. We're going to put it right back in the economy, which will then be taxed, which they will then spend it again. So it basically ends up going back to the government anyway.
That is the destination of every
last
one of these, right? No matter how long you hold on to it, no matter how you invest it, it always returns home. It's going to return home to where it was created. That's the whole purpose of it.
It's just like playing in the house against the casino.
This is your Neo right here. Right?
It all goes back to the house, man.
It all goes back to the house. So, let's see here. In conclusion, Nicki Minaj to me is a whole bozo. She's been a bozo though. Like,
yeah, I don't think entertainers, people take too much stock into people like me and you, or Nicki Minaj, or Bruce Willis, or fucking Tom Hanks, giving their opinion on politics and making them go one way or the other when it really, it doesn't matter. They're living behind gate. They're living different
in gated communities.
They're living different. Yes. Even with the illegal alien thing, they're not in their backyard. So what do they care if they're flooding your street? That's why they don't care. They're pushing their agenda because it suits them, and they're in cahoots.
So
basically.
it doesn't
really
control,
matter,
right?
It's about controlling.
It's about control,
and they don't have control over Trump, and that's why they can't stand him.
And that's the issue right there, right?
But,
when the control is, when there's lack of control, this is why, the same thing with artists, labels are not going to let you go out here without being able to control you.
No, listen, I've done the A&R thing with it, and the idea is to
control the artist.
You can basically control the artist, but you help develop them, and you basically create and mold them into what you think is going to work, and then you help direct their album, and you pick and choose what songs are going on.
When I get into a relationship with a woman, I have to develop her into the artist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't come developed.
I'm sure they do the same shit with us, though.
Yeah, but
they try to.
They can't.
People
and this is what
generally don't change.
Like, I had an interview with a woman in here the other day, right? And just a random woman. And I asked her, what was the creator's intention for making a woman? Why was a woman made?
Shit, then they could do that for us too, though. Why were we created?
To tend the garden.
Fight the fight?
No.
Protect?
No. We don't. No. We don't have to protect nothing. That's the creator's job. We don't have to protect anything. Right. The creator will protect. The creator will provide. Right? The only thing we were told to do was tend to the garden.
And plant seeds.
That's it. Tend to the garden. Now, so that was our mission. Then what was the mission or the purpose that women were made for?
To go get me in trouble for answering this shit. But
don't answer. I'll tell you.
Good. Good.
God saw that man should not be alone. Companionship.
And to grow the seeds.
No.
That are planted. Well, yeah, I mean.
No. The whole purpose, right, is to be a helpmate, to help tend the garden.
Okay.
And that's how we...
That is definitely a different way of looking at it.
Right. You were made to help. Man wasn't made to help you. You was made to help man. So we have to give you the instructions on the help that we need. And it's totally... think about it. Everything in this dimension is reversed.
With the feminism movement and all that? Yeah.
So who's in control? The opposition. The lower self. Not the higher self.
Do you think most women want it? Like the
feminism
standpoint?
Women were easily accessible by lower self. And that's why they chose to eat that fruit. And that's just a metaphor and representation. Right? There was no actual fruit or anything, but that was a metaphor of being tempted by your lower self. Right? The battle is inside of you, not outside of you. Okay. And this is what
that's how you feel about it, right?
No, it's not. Feelings are temporary.
You feel, yeah.
So I don't navigate off of feeling, right? So I get the feeling. It tells me, what the energy around me is. Right. So once I evaluate the emotion and understand the energy around me, then I use logic to dictate how I'm going to respond or act. Right? If there's danger, if there's a threat, right?
Yeah.
But emotions are temporary. You will never feel one emotion forever.
No. And if that's the case, then they'd be calling everybody bipolar.
So to make a
because everybody you don't feel the same way every day, right?
To
Every minute
to make a
you
life
might be
decision
happy.
based off of an emotion is absolutely insane. So women that get divorced,
Well, I do
because
think
they're
that
not happy.
we react with logic and evaluation, where they may react emotion and reactionary.
So when you can
That's
regulate,
a clear difference.
your emotion, right?
And not saying anything's wrong with that, just pointing out.
No, I will say something's wrong with it. There's something wrong with it when you react and respond emotionally. Like if you shoot somebody in the face for stepping on your shoe, that's an emotional reaction.
That's an emotional reaction. That there was no thought
Right.
into what the consequence is going to be.
That's a lifetime decision based off a temporary emotion.
Yes.
That is insane.
Well, yeah. Now that insanity. That is insane.
That is the literal definition.
So I've always been
of
more
insanity.
calculated. I think things through. Like I won't react. I mean, maybe as a younger person, I did.
Yeah, when we were
a lot
younger,
more
we
than.
did.
But now I think things
But
through.
who
Like
raised you?
my mom and
Okay.
because my parents were divorced
So I'm not going to.
from when I was 6. So
At
or
9
5.
years old, I relieved my mother of her parental duty. You can't be the leader
Yeah.
because where you took us from and took us to does not seem rational.
Yeah. No. So there was a certain point. I think like anybody, like where our roles changed. Where
Yeah.
at a certain point, I started taking care of my mother.
Which you were not obligated to do.
No.
My
Nobody's really
children
obligated. Now
are not obligated to do
No.
anything for me. I summoned you, right? And you can't hit me with that. I didn't ask to be here. A lot of children that hit their parents with
that's the guilt trip shit.
I didn't ask to
I
be
didn't ask
here.
to do this.
right?
It's so inconvenient.
Well, I
then don't figure.
performed the ritual that summoned you, but you chose the path.
Yeah.
Whether you existed in that moment or not, because to be in existence means that you cannot never not exist.
No.
So you had already existed, right? And I know a lot of this going to go over a lot of people's heads, going to make a lot of questions, and people are probably going to be in the comment talking about I'm talking crazy, this, that, and the third. But to be in existence, there's people that will never exist, and their existence is to end up in a sock or somebody's back or in a butthole or a stain on a sheet. And that's going to be their outcome every time.
Yeah.
I
Call it the
exist-
life pull-out method.
Right. That is going to be their outcome every time. My outcome is to exist. I will win every single time.
Yeah.
I will never not win. Rag will never not win. He's here. I'm here. We winning.
I refuse to give up. I've been
Anybody that ended up a stain on the sheet, they didn't win. Anybody that got swallowed,
Yeah.
they didn't win.
They didn't win.
That's not. So.
Either way, you end up coming out on the bottom.
Listen, we on top though. We here. We exist. So even the children, right, that exist, that's all my pop had to do for me was bust a nut in the right place.
Yeah.
You don't owe me nothing else.
It took the right path.
You don't owe me nothing else. Get me here and I will take care of everything else. That's it. Get me here, right, in this three-dimensional existence, I'll take care of the rest. That's my philosophy. It might not apply to a gang of other people.
Yeah. Everybody's going to have a different view on that.
Everybody's going to have a different view, and whatever gets you through,
And everybody's family dynamic is different.
more power to you.
You know, they might rely on their, my kids better take care of me when I get old.
Yeah, I'm not.
They
my
better,
kids are
like-
not my golden ticket.
And it's like, no, if he wants to, he wants to. If not, as long as he is better than what I was,
That's it.
I did my job.
That's it. And if your kids have stopped talking to you
then you did something fucking wrong.
No, or you did your job.
Or you pushed them hard enough, which means they'll eventually come back.
If they don't need you, if they don't need your guidance, they don't need your advice, they don't need your provision.
From that aspect, okay, yeah.
You either did your job, right? Because for one, you want them to be better than you, and even if you are a energy that they don't want to be around no more, you still served your purpose. You still served your purpose.
You did your job.
You did your job.
Now you want your kids to be around, and
do you?
Want to, I mean, I do. I do. Like I want to get to the path where once I'm done teaching him and getting him to where he needs to be.
And then what?
Then
he's going to waste his time.
No. Then he does his own thing and.
Right, but you want him to come around every now and then.
No. Then we have a relationship as like I'm still the father. You can ask me. I still teach you and guide you because I always have more to learn.
You want to know what I'm talking about, son?
But then we can have a more friendly relationship where I'm not up his ass and nagging him, and then the relationship changes a little bit.
So this is what I told my son.
You know what I mean?
When you kill the idea of having a father, you become a man. Your father don't have to literally die, but the idea of having a father in your head does. There is no man that's coming to save you. You don't become a man until the idea of having a father is dead. Again, my opinion.
I was gonna say, not you know. I don't think it's.
I don't
wrong.
have a man that I can call to come save me.
Well, no, I don't either. Mine's dead. So
even before this.
So before then I could.
Yeah, no.
Like I could always reach out. Now I was young. My dad died when I was 20.
I was 16.
But yeah, up until that point, okay, within reason, because with the whole divorce, I'm talking about as the age where like his guidance and teachings helped.
All right, so let me give you an example.
But I would reach out to him, and he was there when I needed him to be.
About 8 years ago, my son called me after making a decision that I told him not to make and moving in a crib with a woman and her mom, right? And the finances got shady.
You're already at a disadvantage there.
You're already at a disadvantage. And I told him don't do it.
Because now you're not mooch, but living off of.
Well, he was paying for everything.
Living off of somebody,
well,
even if.
So he paid.
I don't like that
whatever.
scenario.
No, the scenario was bad.
Yeah,
I told him not to do
scenario.
it. So then things got messed up. You backed up in the money or whatever, and you had to get out of the crib, and you ain't got nowhere to live.
That's the other side I was gonna say.
So now,
because now it's basically like you're just throwing your money away.
So that's
you're
what you
paying
did.
for shit that's not yours.
And
in the long run, there's no investment. There's no return.
And that's what he did, right? So now,
so when they boot you,
I have
you're
to get
out.
you somewhere to live. So you come live with me for 5 years, right?
Did you welcome him in? No problem.
Absolutely. I went and got us a 2-bedroom apartment. Even bought him a recording studio. You know what I'm saying? So he can have the same.
And how old was he at that point?
He was in his 20s.
Okay, see, so you would still be there to.
Right. I'm still going to be.
That's what I meant by that.
But in his mind, right?
He had you to reach back on, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Of course, and you always will.
Right.
But in your mind, you have to move with the idea of not having that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
because
not
there will come a time when you don't have somebody to reach out to for help.
And
like me right now.
A father's
if I fall apart, I'm on my own. I don't have anybody.
There's no safety net.
I could go stay at, or
bro.
Like I'm on my own.
Bro.
If I ever fell apart.
That's what being a man is. There's no. You walk that high wire with no net. We on that high wire with no net.
Yeah. That's why it's like I can't.
I have never been on government assistance. I have never been on any type of welfare. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
I depend on me. And that's what it is. But to sum this up and bring this to a close, Nicki Minaj,
Do I okay, so here's my I don't have a problem that she did it.
Okay.
My problem would be if she flopped all of a sudden and it's for gain. Like if she's doing it because of her situation or if she's thinking she's going to get help. But if she was
politics,
if she was always a conservative and just kept quiet about it and finally said, "Fuck it, you know what? I'm going to speak out." That's okay to me. If she was always, I'm saying. So she should have done it sooner and should have always been a supporter, but we don't know. I don't know. And that's why I can't criticize her for doing it. Because I don't know. Maybe she was always that way and was just scared to say something. And then she finally was like, fuck it.
So
You know what?
Let's not speculate.
Because I don't know.
Let's not speculate. We don't know if she was scared. We don't know if she wanted to keep it a secret. We don't know if she wanted to use this moment for any type of gain. We don't know what her motives are. We don't know what her actual views on either side, right? But who you was with determines, right? You guilty by association.
Yeah. Now, if she was scared, there is a lot of people in Hollywood
Because of
music,
her celebrity.
because they're afraid that they could be blacklisted, blackballed, taken away from them, you know, and that is, in fairness, their livelihood. But look at people that finally, to this year, have always kept it a secret. You got Stallone, who finally said he's had enough and came out and said, I'm a Trump supporter and a Republican. You have 50 Cent, who finally was like, I'm a Trump supporter. You have Snoop, who was saying he wanted to kill him at one point, who's now supporting this shit he's doing.
So this is all for gain.
You do never know.
This is all for gain. This
do
is
never
all
know.
for political gain. Majority of the motives for artists, right, is maybe Nicki Minaj want a pardon for her brother.
And if it's not for that, that's what I meant earlier when I said if she's doing it for something that she's going to need down the line.
Right.
That's, well, for her, it's the right way to go. But to me, that's where it earns the criticism, I think, because if she's just pretended.
Well,
because she does have if you listen to her
the
music, a
world
lot of it is
is a
liberal
stage.
shit. She's
The
never
world
had a
is a
problem
stage.
with trans or, you know.
we're not.
No, I don't go there.
We're not going to get into
I
it
don't
about
touch
them
that.
people.
No. I leave that shit alone. That ain't for me.
Yeah, that ain't.
That's not for me to talk about.
So this could be the stands that Nicki Minaj took.
And it
Right.
could be. It could be. She maybe she was like, and fuck this.
So-
This shit got too weird out here. And that could be her. Maybe that's her view.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. It's very weird out
I know
here.
a lot of people got pissed, like Ebro in the morning. A lot of people, when she was talking about the Sydney Sweeney jeans ad.
Mm-hmm. I didn't hear that.
Did you ever see the ad?
No.
All right. So I'll have to tell it to you. We can revisit it in depth. But
Okay.
But
Let's go into it.
It was basically a jeans ad that said she was in this outfit with basically tits showing a little bit and jeans, and she was like, "We have jeans. We have good. Sydney Sweeney has good jeans."
No.
They took it as, oh, what, black people don't have good jeans? And they were like, well, I was like, wait a minute.
So
wait.
they used, first of all, they used a rapper to make the ad, which makes the whole thing a metaphor.
Because Beyonce had ads similar with whatever jean company she was promoting. So I think it was just a play on words, and it's like wordplay. That, you know, hip hop uses it all the time. That's why I don't see why people are so offended.
People
But I can't
are
say you can't be
soft and
offended.
baby shit.
Like, if you're offended, you're offended. I can't tell you whether to be or not.
Listen, I'm not offended by other people's perspective.
No.
I'm not offended.
Now, just because I didn't see it that way doesn't mean other people can't see it that way and feel a certain way. That's why I asked if you saw it.
I'm gonna go on record and say, in the 20,000s, right? If you are still offended by the word nigga, if that gets under your skin and can trigger you, that's because that's what you are. Because there's Guinea niggas, Spic niggas, Korean niggas, Italian niggas. There's plenty niggas. There is plenty niggas. And my name, if nobody knew what it meant, money over niggas trick, all niggas ain't black.
Say it again.
Money over niggas tricks, all niggas ain't black. That's what I've been repping the entire time. My first CD was half black and half white. When the word nigga is used, it could be pertaining to anybody. Who created niggas? You can't create something you're not.
Yeah. That goes for
Anybody.
That goes for any race or religion or anything.
Right. Jew niggas. Fucking Iranian niggas. There's all kinds of niggas. That's always been my take on it.
Yeah, and there's always different views on that.
And there's always nigga shit. You know where the doctors nigga shit? When doctors commit nigga shit, they cut you for that $8,000 to give you a C-section and deliver your baby. That's
knowing you don't need it, and then you end up with fucking back problems and neck problems.
That's nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga shit ain't just drinking the Kool-Aid out the picture.
No, and that could have been an Italian doctor that did it.
Yeah. Nigga shit.
That's a Dago doctor.
Listen, we gonna get out of here. This is my man Jay Rag. I'm Montana Black. This has been another episode of Who Got Lyrics. We about to get the Union Cypher League started. My man Fire, he's up in the building. He's about to come through. We gonna see y'all on the flip.
We'll see you next week with some more bullshit.
You already know.
More shit's gonna stir the pot.